Welcome to Whachacha's Tabletop World, channel devoted to the love of board gaming. My name is Sweetness Whachacha, and today we're looking at a brand new hero that just came out like 3 days ago, Nightcrawler. We're going to be playing his Precon versus the Juggernaut. Okay, so here we are. Nightcrawler's been out for like 2 or 3 days. Just picked him up yesterday. This is going to be his Precon. I haven't changed anything. Just playing his the protection deck that he comes with. And we're going to go up against the Juggernaut. And he's we're going to put in Nightcrawler comes with a minion set. And since he's kind of set up to fight some minions and things, it's the Crazy Gang, who I really don't know very well. They're one of these kind of silly little offshoots of like the Queen of Hearts type of thing, like the Alice in Wonderland thing, which seems to be prevalent in earlier, there used to be a lot of kind of silly stuff in comics, there's still a lot of silly stuff in comics that we've kind of, I was painting, this is a real big sidetrack real fast. If you're first time tuning in, I do a little chit chat in the beginning, you can skip ahead, but I was painting the Rhino, the Marvel Crisis Protocol Rhino figure, and I'm like, I'm just used to the way Rhino looks, and I'm looking at him, I'm thinking, man, this guy, I've never really considered just how ridiculous he looks. And so there is some silliness with the way things look and stuff, but that was kind of an era where they would take some very oddball things. They would be like, I need an idea. Oh, Alice in Wonderland. Boom, let's make a little group about Alice in Wonderland. And they look a little silly. As I say, I don't remember ever reading them in a comic before. Okay, so Juggernaut, he's doing his normal Juggernaut thing. He just gets, he gains momentum as he's moving and moving and moving, and you got to knock his helmet off and get rid of those things, those momentum counters, slow him down, and then you can kind of do more damage to him with mental resources. I don't really ever remember that. I don't think I've ever remembered that in a single game I've ever played against Juggernaut. Normally he has the Black Tom set, which is a very cool, really cool set, and I really love the issues early, late 90s, early 100s, where Black Tom and Juggernaut were mixing up with the X-Men right as the Phoenix Saga was kind of, the stage was getting set for that in the early Chris Claremont days, when Nightcrawler was like brand new. He was only out for like, months at the time they fought Juggernaut in terms of in comics and stuff. So very, very cool. I remember, my wife, who knows nothing about comics, was talking about how she's like, I liked Nightcrawler because he looked scary and he was in the arcade game, which was kind of fun. If you're my age, you remember there's an X-Men arcade game, and Nightcrawler, you could just zip around the screen doing his teleport and it would, knock out all the enemies. He was super fun to play, and he obviously looks very cool. He's definitely maybe. I think outside of Daredevil, he's probably the most desired character. That's my hot take on it. Out of all the comic book characters that they could have picked from, he's very, very popular. He's got a cool look. He's got a cool power. He's just all around cool. He's one of my favorites for sure as well. Okay, so let's go down the table here, take a little look here. Quickly, just going to show you. There's this guy, Tweedledope, as I said, very silly, the Queen of Hearts, Jester. They all kind of revolve around this Executioner. He's very, very interesting. He'll attack the friendly character with the least hit points, so he can like knock somebody out, which is really very dangerous. And they have this side scheme. Other than that, you really just get Juggernaut's card. His deck is very small. Juggernaut's got a very small deck, which maybe is why he's compensating with his large helmet. Okay, he comes with this Precon with some cool cards. Change of Fortune being kind of this whole new archetype. You defeat an enemy during the villain phase, you get to draw 2 cards, and he's got some cards to let him do that, like Under Control and Riposte. And stuff like that. So, but his whole kit, Nightcrawler's whole kit, revolves around BAMF. I'm not going to go too much into like how it works and stuff. I guess you just have to watch and check it out to see for yourself. So, I'm not really sure what the best approach is here. I am playing him on standard instead of expert because Nightcrawler is this is the Precon, and they don't tend to be that good. I've played this a total of 1 time. So I just wanted to get a little familiar with this deck before I brought it out. Okay, so we've got 1 momentum counter, tough status card. He's got 18 hit points, and we've got 1 threat on the main scheme. I've shuffled that deck up, shuffled this deck up. Let's take a look. We got Hope Summers. I almost didn't put her in because she just kind of makes it very easy. She's part of the campaign, but she is also part of this. You know, it tells you to put her into play. Sometimes when I play, I don't even include her because she just seems like an extra little help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But because the Executioner is in here and he will attack, I thought that might be a good idea. So we can't let any damage get on her, or Executioner could kill her. Okay, so let's see what we got to start. We've got a copy of Bamf. Now we can grab one of these out of the discard, so I think I'm going to ditch that for sure, just to try to see if we can see more cards. Scout Ahead is not going to be useful. We have no side scheme, so we're going to get rid of that. Come At Me Bub, pretty useful. Power Protection will be good in case we get something, you know, this is a whole protection deck. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with this. I'm not really excited about it. I maybe should get rid of that. But if I draw an ally or another good protection, I don't know if there are, again, I don't really know this deck that well, so I don't know if there are really any cards that I want. I'm going to ditch this actually because there's probably not any cards that I want that are worth 2 other than the allies, and I think there's only 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so not great. Not a great starting hand here. I really wanted that change of fortune. Okay, so I can search my copy for a deck for a copy of Bamf with his action. Let's go through now. I just got paranoid and looked at make sure I'm recording. Bamf, get a copy of Bamf out of the. I do really love this art too, for the Bamf card. Okay, so we're definitely going to pop one of those on here. And you know what? Because I don't have a great hand, I could just knock his helmet off now. I have 3. But you know what we're going to do? Or I could do this as well. I could do these 2. Let's see what happens here when we use our Come At Me Bub. Now this is going to heal us 3. This is kind of useless to do this now. And in fact, I probably shouldn't. But I don't have a whole lot to do. And I do want to show how this card works because it's pretty neat. And I didn't leave enough space for my discard, but I'll put it up here. Okay, Come At Me Bub is great art, great saying and everything. Discard cards from now counter deck until a minion discarded, put it in play, and I get a heal 3 and a tough status. So let's do that. There goes Shadows of the Past. Well, maybe it was worth it just for that. Although, excuse me, that would have been the boost card. Okay, there's the Executioner. So that's the guy we were really worried about. We get around his revealed effect, so that's actually worth it just for that. We will probably go through Juggernaut's deck at least once, so we will see him again. Again, we don't want to add any. We don't want to get any damage on her because of that. He's got a 2 attack. Okay, so I could pop these 2 on him. So after I defend, we'll kill him. And the Bamf will allow us to not exhaust to do that. He's got Bamf. Now, that doesn't leave us with an ability to... So I think I'm going to throw this away to go using his power to get a Bamf. I'm going to throw these 3 matching resources away to flip his helmet over. Knocking his tough off is good. I never flipped up. Sorry, that was a little error. I'm like kind of reluctant just to knock his tough off without doing any real damage to him because he's got a lot of ways to get the toughs back, and that's kind of useless. But there's not really enough here either, and I'm only doing 1 damage. So maybe what I'll do is I'll exhaust her to ping the tough, and I'll exhaust him to do a damage. So not a very exciting first go. Should I hang on to this? Thwarting is not bad, not too difficult. I'm going to ditch this. I'd really like to find some setup pieces. So we're going to go into the villain phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we got. Energy, riposte. His tail, another Come At Me Bub. So again, this would be more beneficial here if I had... I should have a tough status. I never give myself my tough status. It would be more beneficial if I had that change of fortune in play. I'm defending for 3. He's attacking for 2. I could just do this. But let's see what we want to do. I'll probably play that. It's a bit of a bummer, actually. I kind of want to do this. This is kind of useless. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do the riposte now. Probably not. I'm probably setting up now. I'm not going to do this now. I'm just going to defend against this with Bamf. Using Bamf, I can declare... I should read this since it's important. When attached enemy attacks, discard this card, declare Nightcrawler as a defender without exhausting him. So that's his whole trick. Okay, so he's going to do that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am going to take a damage. Oh no, I'm not going to take any damage. I'm going to lose my tough. I'm going to discard Bamf to defend against him. There's no damage there. After hero defends against attached minion's attack, takes no damage. Deal 4 damage to attached minion. He's dead. And, you know, there you go. After, here's my counter card. I just want to point out, my board state has not increased at all. I'm still at full health. Not the best first turn at all. I needed more setup pieces. Okay, here's Gesture. You were confused. If you were already confused, discard a support. So I'm confused. Not that big of a deal. It is a minion, but I don't have what I need yet. Okay, so I think I'm going to throw these 2 away to play these 2. Okay, Prehensile Tail adds an additional restricted slot. I don't think I have any restricted cards in here in the Precon, so that's kind of useless. And Kurt's Chapels gives me +1 recovery, and I can draw a card after I recover. I can choose a character who I'm the only person in the game. So I think this should have gone to 2. Sorry about that. I think what I'll do is, I mean, he's not doing much. He's just pinging me for 1. And I would like to get Change of Fortune, so maybe it's just good just to leave him hanging around. I think I'll get rid of this. And I'm going to clear my confused. Yeah, clear my confused. Okay, so not a very exciting round either. Little bit more built up. Okay, I'm going to keep the energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a Change of Fortune, which is what I really wanted. And again, I have this. I don't think there's really any cards other than the allies that will help with. Okay, so we're going to put on 1 threat here. Going into the villain phase, he's going to attack. I don't have Bamf. That's what I could have done, is grabbed out of Bamf. But I think I am going to defend this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'm going to take a damage, or 1 damage will get through. He's going to hit me for 1 as well. I'm just going to take it. And our encounter card, that's too bad. And I really want to have that. Okay, so we're just going to take it right to the face. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ouch. So, and then he's going to do a damage for 1. So that was really brutal, and now I can't even recover. Not great. Okay, so I definitely want to play this. This would have been good, but it's a defending card. These are kind of useless. So he has 0 schemes, so I do think I'm gonna have to flip down for sure, unfortunately. These are useless to me. This is kind of useful. I don't know. I'm gonna throw 1 of these to put Change of Fortune on, and the other one to grab up Bamf. I'm gonna stick. What should I put Bamf on? Okay, let's put it here. And we're going to do a Port and Punch. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. So we're going to pick Juggernaut for that. And deal 3 damage to an enemy with Bamf attack. So I'm porting around X-Men 2 intro style. So I'm going to do 2 damage to him. And I did the 3 damage there. Hope Summers will thwart. And now we're going to lose his helmet, unfortunately. He's going to get his helmet back. So I'm going to flip down and ready. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, pretty good hand now because I've got this Astonishing X-Men and Kurt's Cutlasses. I didn't use this power there because it was kind of useless. So I can grab one from my deck, a Bamf from my deck, but didn't really matter. In fact, it's better that I didn't because now I can grab one out and have a 6th hand size. If I've got one in there, actually, which I... 1, 2, yeah, I've still got one in there. I think he's got 3 copies. Okay, 2, 4, 5. Actually, I get 6 hand size. There you go. Okay, mostly useless. Okay, so this is going to get 1. He's going to scheme 1. So this is going to go to 2. And he's going to flip this. And that's going to add a momentum counter. And then we're going to get the encounter card, which is discard and upgrade our support. I'm going to use this right now, and that's going to give me a card. The tail is not as useful, actually, especially in this deck. So we're going to drop that. Although, I have another Change of Fortune in my hand. So before I do that, let me just think about what I want to do. I definitely want to play these two. I can't play this. Yeah, let's get rid of this, actually, instead. Okay, so I can't repose, so I'm going to put that Change of Fortune into play. I'm going to grab a copy of BAMF from my deck. Oh, I don't have one. Really? I thought I did. Well, that's unfortunate. Is that really right? 1, 2... I only have 2 BAMFs. Oh, there's one here. I just missed that. Okay, so no big deal. I'm going to recover for 4. So it's going to bring me up here. And that's going to allow me to draw a card with the Chapel. Spend that to stick this side scheme in. Now, this Astonishing X-Men, when if you defend against attack, take no damage, you remove a threat from there, and then you'll stun and confuse every enemy in play. I think I'm going to have to do this, though. Play these 2 to play my little buffer here. And that's 2 restricted cards, it's 2 cutlasses, but I can take a 3rd one if I did have the ability to get one. So we're gonna flip up. I think Hope Summers is going to clear that, and then I'm gonna draw my hand. Okay, a little better setup. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although I didn't go and grab a BAMF for Juggernaut, unfortunately. So what's interesting is BAMF, this allows me to declare Nightcrawler as a defender. So if he's already exhausted, I believe I can still do so. Hopefully that's not a big rules error I'm about to make. So here we go with this. We're going to, now hold on a second. When an enemy initiates an attack. So this is what I should do with him. So I am going to, it'll waste my BAMF here, that's okay. I'm going to block for Juggernaut. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's another damage. And then this guy's going to initiate an attack, and I'm going to do Powerful Punch. So what am I going to do here? I don't have BAMFs in play. Gambit would be nice. Maybe these 2. Ooh, actually, I don't have to do that. I'll play 1. I forgot I have my tail. That's 2. That's Powerful Punch. It's going to deal 4 damage to him. He's going to die. And then I'm going to use Change of Fortune to draw 2 cards. Okay. Now this I took a damage, so I didn't get that. Okay. Now the counter card, Head of Steam. Well, that's a terrible card. So when revealed, attach it and place 1 momentum counter. So after he attacks you, you can spend a resource for each damage dealt by the attack to discard this card. And he has Retaliate X, where X is the number of momentum counters on Juggernaut. So that's really bad. So right now he's got Retaliate 2. So I can remove that, but then I still have to wait for him to attack. Okay, what do I want to do here? I could play Gambit with these 2. Is this just a defense? No, just for an event. Oh yeah, I was going to try to get rid of the helmet. But I don't have, I have these 3. I guess I could use these 3. I think I got to do that because I'm going to get rid of this. Yeah, let's spend these 3. Flip Juggernaut's helmet over. Okay, he loses his momentum counters. I think I'm going to ditch Gambit to get a copy of BAMF. And we're going to put BAMF onto Juggernaut. Put it right there. Hope Summers. She can take this down to 3. Ooh, she's got 3 actually, so it's going to go down to 2. And I think that's probably right. Okay. All right, so 1. Oh, he gets +1 defense, so actually he would not have taken a damage there last round. So let's do that, which would bring this to 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're about to deck out, so we're gonna get a double encounter card. And I think then I'll start being able to push towards that. Okay, we got a powerful punch we could do for 1. And because we've got the 1 here. But we don't have enough to pay for rogue. All right, not a lot of minions yet. Okay, this is gonna go to 2. I'm going to block with Bamf. Give him a tough status, that's what I was talking about before. There's a lot of ways for him to get tough. So 1, 2, 3, so no damage there. So this comes off. When defeated, stun and confuse every enemy in play. This goes to the victory display. And he's going to be stunned and confused. I'm so confused. All right, Juggies is not doing so good there. Any other triggers? No. Then we're going to get Trample 1 revealed. Juggernaut attacks the ally with the fewest remaining hit points. So I think I can defend that, because otherwise that would be an instant death for her. Do I have any other? Do I want to do Powerful Punch? No, because he's got Tough on. Okay, so we're going to block for her. Oh, I forgot about this. After he attacks, you spend a resource for each damage dealt by the deck, discard the save. So it's 0. So I can spend that to get rid of that. And then he's going to attack Hope Summers. I can block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to deal me a damage. Oh, sorry, no. This should go back in the deck because he's actually stunned, and then he just removes his stun. Getting sloppy. Okay, so we are in decent shape. Not really. This deck is not really wowing me. Okay, so let's go ahead and knock. Well, should we knock the top off? I wonder if it's actually a good time to flip down because he's confused. Take advantage of that. Confused. Okay, this is useless. If I do that, actually, then I can grab Bamf out of my deck, which is not in my deck, so never mind that. But I can play Moraima Taggart. None of this other stuff is really going to help me at all. Let's ditch this to get a copy of Bamf. We'll put Bamf up in here. There's no Bamf left in here, so it's a weird statement. There's no Bamf left. Let's clear this. Maybe play Moraima Taggart. She's kind of useless at this point. She's not a great investment. 3 effective resources so that I might be able to draw 1 card, but I've got no other really great things I can do. Actually, I can. I'm just going to play Rogue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And then I think I should I flip? I'll use up the Confuse, but he'll flip his helmet anyway. No, I think he won't flip his helmet because that's when he schemes, but he doesn't. So this doesn't actually activate. Okay, so let's flip down and we'll be able to take advantage of a larger hand size 1, 2, 3. There's Day Tripper and North Star. I haven't really been able to take advantage of this too much. I think this, adding those few minions in, the minions that are in there now are not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, like 3 completely useless cards. But I could actually play both of these allies and grab a Bamf for it. So I think that's pretty good, even though he's got a Bamf on him. Okay, so this is going to get 1 on the main scheme. He's going to go to scheme, but he can't, so he's going to be confused here. And then we're going to grab a card. Hope Summers cannot ready. We're going to get an acceleration token, and that's got 3. So that's not too bad. I don't really care that much about that. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna go grab a Bamf out of the deck. And in fact, should I recover? I mean, I can just top off my hit points just to draw a card. Is that useful? Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's just top off. And then maybe I can just push just to grab that extra card. Come at me, Bob. I do like that. Although I think all my cards to kill enemies are... Okay. So let's flip up. He's got a copy of Banff, but you know what I can do is play Come At Me, Bub. That's a bummer because I'm only going to get a tough out of that. This just seems like busy work right now, but I guess I should do it just so you can see what happens. Okay, so... Okay, we got the Queen of Hearts. We avoid her one revealed effect. And then I'm going to heal 3 and gain a tough. So that was unfortunate that I didn't draw that prior. We'll stick a Banff on her. And 1, 2, 3 to play North Star. She does not counter cost against your ally limit. So we're getting an ally heavy thing going on here. And then we're going to play these two to play Day Tripper. In fact, I'm going to keep this back for a second. Search your deck and discard pile for a copy of Banff and attach it to an enemy. Deal a damage to each enemy with a copy of Banff attached. So we're going to go get this other copy of Banff. Pop that on, and then each of them is going to take a damage, which is going to pop Juggernaut's tough off. They both got... with a printed... Okay, so this actually... I did remember finally that he takes extra damage from mental. I'm going to hang on to that for no real reason, but let's do some stuff here. So I think I'm going to deal a damage to a friendly character, which will be North Star, and I'm going to gain his attack. So that's going to be 4 attack. So she'll hit Juggernaut for 4. What an awesome theme. She's just like, North Star, I'm going to borrow your powers for a second. It's going to hurt, but then I can knock the villain for a little more. North Star, I'd like to save for it to cancel the boost icons. And she's going to do what? Maybe I'll get rid of that. If nothing else, just for the acceleration icon, I should get rid of that. So North Star will keep him. Well, I guess I could eliminate that. Let's do that. So we'll do this to thwart that. This will come off, and then we'll have to do less work later to remove the threat, and I'll have her to use. So I like that, actually. Okay, so we're going to ready up. I forgot to put my little exhaust token on her, but we see that she's been exhausted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now I think it's time to start wearing them down because I've got a pretty good board state here. Okay, this is going to get 1. Juggernaut's going to attack. I'm going to discard Banff so that I can block his attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so whatever bleed over, I didn't really need to do that actually. I'm not used to having, I did this, but I could have just let him go into my tough. So a little bit of a misplay. I could have left that Banff on him. Okay, they're going to attack. I cannot defeat them in the villain phase, unfortunately, because I have nothing to do so. So I'm going to, actually the Port and Punch can kill her. Actually, oh, but that's not during the villain phase. I think I'm just going to take the 1 damage, and I'm going to leave that on there just in case I can, next round I can use Change of Fortune and not have to expend too much. Or I can use a Port and Punch if I want to clean up, although I'd rather use it on Juggernaut, but we'll see. Okay, so here we go with this. Ground Pound. The players as a group take indirect damage equal to Juggernaut's attack. Well, that's only 2, so that's fine by me. That's it. And now let's see what we can do here. Let's put Banff here. We're going to, I think, Port and Punch. So the tail and Change of Fortune to Port and Punch. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. Deal 3 damage to each enemy with Banff attached. Okay, that's going to kill her. And it's going to do 6 damage to Juggernaut, which is going to bring him down to 4. Should I come at me, bub? Yeah, we're going to use Scout Ahead to grab Banff, and we're going to use Come At Me, bub. Although we might not actually get a minion. There's a minion. He's got a lot of hit points, though. We're about to run out his deck. That's going to heal me for 3. Give me a tough status. Okay. So now, I think we should punch punch some people. All right, this is going to go on him. Bamf on him. Let's soften him up. So he's got an attack of 2 now with his cutlasses. So we'll soften him up, hoping that we can... So I could do this and knock him to the next spot, but I don't really want to do that. I'd rather try to run him down. I think I'll just use... He doesn't have... He doesn't have overkill, so I think I'll let Day Tripper take that, and I'll leave the Bamf on him, just in case I get another card to do something useful. I guess it doesn't really matter whether I use them both or not. I could absorb his power, but it's kind of useless. Let's leave him around as a little safety valve for a second. We'll use Rogue. We'll do 2 more to Juggernaut. Okay, so Rogue is awesome, very, very cool. Not great in this Precon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay, so we've got Powerful Punch. That will kill him. So I could use this and this to do it, since I have this princess. Yeah, okay. All right, so this is going to be a pretty good turn, I think. So I'm remembering my tough now. So this is going to get 1 on the main. He is going to attack. I'm just going to let it through because I have my tough. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. My tough comes off. This is going to get an acceleration token. We're going to do this. So I'm leaving that Bamf on there for the next round. Or maybe I'll get a teleport drop. Okay, he's going to attack. He's initiating an attack. So we're going to do Powerful Punch with my Prehensile Tail. I don't actually need to do this. I don't need to change forms because I'm at full health. So that's 4. It's going to kill him. He drops this. I'm going to use Change of Fortune to draw 2 cards. Okay. Here's the encounter card. If Juggernaut exposes in play, flip it and place 1 momentum counter on Juggernaut. Okay. So he's lost that. So he's now back to that. Okay. So I can use these 2 cards in concert to help me get control that minion and then use that next round. Kind of a useless turn actually, because I've used my tail already. I mean, I'm going to throw this whole thing away to do a scout ahead just to clear the main scheme. My deck has got a little ways to go. So if I flip him, I can do 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I can do 8 damage. Actually, I can do 10 with this. But that doesn't really help me too much. I guess now is the time to do that. Although actually, I just realized the other thing I can do is I can knock his helmet off again, which is what I think I should do. Yeah, let's see this first. This is only going to get me a tough. It's kind of useless, but it can draw me more cards next round. Not the most effective strategy, I don't think, but maybe a little more fun. Okay, that'll heal me 3, give me a tough, come at me, bub. And then I'm going to swap this for the Bamf. And I'm going to throw these 3 away to flip his helmet again. Keep taking his helmet off. Lay that on him so that it'll kill him. Although I probably should have let's do this in, I need it though. So I will have to actually block that. All right, 3 to remove this. We're going to hold off 1 more round on killing him. I'm going to hang on to this here, I guess. Okay, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is going to get a 2. All right, he's going to attack. I'm going to let him straight in. Okay, give him a tough status card. That sucks. He gets lots of ways to do that. And then I'm going to lose my tough. He's going to attack. I block and then use this card to kill him. I defeated him in the villain phase. Change of fortune draws me 2 cards. I mean, essentially, I had to use a hero activation and dump this, but I got that. I don't know. I'm not quite sure it's worth it. Okay, and then here's this card. Okay, we flip this again and place a counter on it. Okay, he gets his card, his thing back. Okay, so I didn't need this. This is kind of useless at the moment, so is this. But those are 3 cards that I can use to get rid of that. I think I do this, Port and Punch, using the Prehensile Tail. That's 3 damage to each enemy with Bamf attack and 3 enemy damage in general. But I don't do that just yet, because first we got to knock that off of there. All right, so we're going to use Day Tripper, I guess, to knock off the tough. And we'll use Hope to knock out the last 2. And let's see what happens here. Juggernaut flips to his second stage. Place 1 momentum counter here. If Juggernaut exposes in play, flip it. Otherwise, give Juggernaut a tough status card. Okay, there you go. He's got 21 hit points. Okay, and we're immediately going to throw these 3 away to get rid of his helmet again. He can't keep that helmet on. He's got tough, which is a little annoying. I have to break that again. I guess we're going to use North Star to break his tough. And then we're going to play 2 for, or 1 and 1 for Port and Punch, which is going to deal 3 damage and then 3 damage to everybody with a Bamf attached. So that's 6 damage. That brings him down to 15. Where does that go? Okay. Not much else. I guess I could use Rogue to do another. Yeah, I'll take a damage to give her my 1 attack, so that'll be 3. So bring him down to 12. And Rogue goes out of play. That way these allies can get back into my deck. I don't really like this Tally-Ho, because I'd have to get rid of the Bamf. Oh, this is good. Oh, it returns that to my hand. Okay, I'm going to hang on to that, because that'll deal another 3 damage to him. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my port drop. That'll be good. Okay, this is going to go to 4. It's getting a little high. Juggernaut's going to attack. I'm going to discard Bamf to make Nightcrawler the defender without exhausting. I'm going to spend my Prehensile Tail to do Tally-Ho. After Bamf makes me the defender attack, return that copy of Bamf to your hand, deal 3 damage to the attacking enemy. Okay, so that's going to go to 9. And he's defending. So it's going to be none. So 3 to 3, or 4, excuse me. So I take no damage. And then we get the encounter card. That's going to be Head of Steam again. Place 1 momentum counter on him. That's interesting since he's got this, he's exposed, but he's still got the, that's interesting. Okay, so the port and drop is probably pretty good. Let's put this on him, and we're going to spend this, and oh, we already spent that, so I guess we're spending this genius to do the teleport drop, which is discard a copy of Bamf from an enemy, deal H damage to that enemy and stun it. So that brings him to 1, and he's stunned. And just for funsies, let's get rid of this down to 1. I like to always clean up as best I can. And attack for 1. Oh, but I take retaliate damage. So I should have taken their retaliate damage, and I guess I would take another. I don't know if I missed a retaliate in there, but I still got plenty of health in my pool. Juggernaut is defeated. So there you have it. There's Nightcrawler, brand new hero. You know, using the Precon. As always, these Precons are not great, but you can see how this would be amazing. These two cards first of all, she's amazing, but the deck really needs to be built around her. This is amazing, of course, with Come At Me, Bub. Those are some great cards. I mean, and everything in concert with this is pretty awesome. North Star is pretty neat for protection in general. And what an amazing card this Astonishing X-Men is, especially in multiplayer. I mean, it's only 5, no matter what, and it just gets everybody. Especially in like a Ultron or something, where you have like tons and tons of minions. Really pretty neat. Yeah, so really pretty awesome. The Precon shows you what you can kind of start to do, but doesn't exactly do too much. But I guess it's not as weak as some of the other Precons can be. Of course, we were only playing on standard. Okay, well, hopefully you enjoyed that playthrough, and you got an idea of what the Precon and what Nightcrawlers can do, and really essentially more like what the possibilities are with these new archetypes that you find in here. What a great hero pack, what a fantastic hero. Pretty fun. So thanks for joining me, but for now, I gotta roll.